Photosolar has effectively come out with a thin film that, when put into a double pane window, reflects heat as well as traditional shades. However, you can still see through the window. Keeping out heat means that the air conditioner doesn't have to work as hard in the summer. The EU and a number of other government agencies around the world are currently upgrading building codes to make this sort of thing mandatory.
It is a downsized version of a Venetian blind, basically. What we have done is we've converted an exterior lamella structure into a microstructure which is embedded in a film. Each of these lamellas, they're only less than 0.2 millimeters thick. So you can build it into the glass instead of having it in front of the facade. And the beautiful thing about that is that the shading efficiency will be the same. And the lamella gets so small that you cannot see them. It's a geometrical shading system. It shades the direct solar beam progressively. When the sun is high in the sky, it shades the beam completely off. When the sun is low in the sky in the wintertime, it shades only a fraction of the beam. It doesn't contain any moving parts. It's a stable system. It's a lamella with a given geometry. And it has this progressive shading character that sort of makes the sun do all the adapting work. With this room we can quite accurately predict the energy distribution and flow in this room and from the window.
On those traditional windows, those black pieces of plastic, the levelors, they blow off all the time in storms. That's not going to happen with Photosolar's window. The company just started selling its first windows a few months ago. And in a few years, it's going to try to incorporate solar panels inside the window. Therefore, you'd have a window you can see through that also generates power.
But the electricity-producing ones will be looking similar to this one. It will have a little more lines in the front than those. But apart from that, it will have the same transparency. So this gives you an idea of the transparency. We have developed a system with a transparency of 50%. So you get 50% of the light falling onto the glass comes through the light or through the glazing. The amount of direct solar light coming from a high angle can be as low as 0. Really, it can actually completely block the sunlight in the middle of the day, in the summertime.
A number of universities in Denmark are also trying to commercialize research projects. That's actually a shot of some turbines in Copenhagen Harbor. In fact, Photosolar comes from the Danish Technical Institute.
This is a replacement for windows plus the exterior shading system. So if you consider the deal, you have a building, and if you consider the energy frames that are used in Europe, then you need exterior shadings in order to comply with the energy regulations. So you need to buy something which is fairly expensive. Our deal is that you can buy our photovoltaic product instead, no extra cost, and you would get the electricity for free.